Once again, I'm here. I'm in another nigga's state. Arsenal versus Loaded Lux. Some say this is Danielson versus Miyagi. I say it's destiny.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Rap Grid once again. We here for another web chat. I'm with my man Young Kannon right now. What's good?
Southside, man. YK, you know why I stay in the building, man. You know, fresh off a crazy event, man. What's good, Rap Grid? I didn't get a chance to rap with Du out in New York, so
Yeah.
I had to come fuck with you on the Skype chat.
Well, before we even get into the Jakkboy battle, there's something I want to talk about because like I'm very like nostalgic, and I always talk about like the olden golden days and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I literally remember a younger Young Kannon. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, did you have facial hair back then? You had no facial hair back then, huh?
I was always on and off with it. I was always on and off with it. I ain't really start growing out the beard crazy till a couple years ago.
Nigga had the drenched sweat T-shirt, and I hot ass venues. I remember when Sonny had went to Chicago, and he told me that he had found some new talent, you know. Mm-hmm. And when we first started, it was like you, Big Kannon, Pooh. Was you and Pooh? Was that the first battle that you did?
Nah, it was me and Big Kannon. Then me and Pooh Bear after that.
Well, I remember we saw you and Kannon, but that joint with Pooh, had everybody like, holy shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was my second battle. You know, the first battle, me and Big Kannon, that was just a one round, and niggas was like, yo, like that's a classic battle. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? We want to see you. We want to see you in you know, it was just a one round. We want to see you in 3 rounds. And I'm like, you know, it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? The next, pretty much the Pooh Bear battle was booked the day after I did the fucking Big Kannon battle, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the rest was history, man. Pretty much the 2 most significant battles in Chicago battle rap history, pretty much. Like, you know what I mean? It's really made people from the outside started paying attention to what Chicago was doing. Like, those were the first battles that kind of broke that mold and broke that ground and shit. So, you know, some shit that was excellent history, you know, I'm proud to be a part of. Definitely.
You know what's crazy? I had a behind the scenes look. I remember we used to sit down and look at talent. Well, not when we were scouting it, but like when, you know, people started getting their views up and stuff. We used to try to predict like, all right, who's the star? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a couple people from that first bunch like came out, made it big, and it seemed like that was battle rap's new top tier. Then you had a bunch of people that were just as talented, but either hadn't figured their style out yet or hadn't figured out how to market themselves yet. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like now with like you, JC, Nitty, it's funny that the 3 of y'all were on the same card because I felt like y'all kind of fell into that tier of always had the talent, but not necessarily had the opportunity, or you know, people y'all didn't have the women and kids looking at your battles yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all might have had the respect. So I guess how does it just that journey, man? You see a couple people like y'all 3, people like Danny Myers, you know what I'm saying? Big K, like y'all try every battle, remain consistent. Like, how did you weather the storm of like sometimes you don't get booked as much? You done tried your all 8 battles in a row. They not putting you on a stage you want. Like, how do you just stay hungry through all that?
You know, it's you know, different opportunities come about. It got to a point where it wasn't really the fact that, you know what I mean, it wasn't the battles. To be honest, and it sounds crazy as fuck, I got tired of going to New York every battle. Like, I went to this is the you go somewhere, you go to the same place for every battle for 3 straight years. You start to be like, man, it's getting boring, man. I want to go to other spots. Like, you know, I already know to expect. I'm already used to everything. It's like, you know, it's not fun anymore. It's more just like, okay, another day at the office. No, I want to switch the scenery. You know what I'm saying? That's why whenever pretty much you see URL do a card that's not in New York, I'm pretty much I've pretty much been on 80 to 90% of every URL card that was not in New York. I was on a Detroit. I was on a Chicago. I've been on every URL joint in LA so far. You know what I'm saying? They did one in Pittsburgh. They wanted me for it, but that was the week after I battled John on the Crown, so I couldn't do that battle. So they even wanted me for that. So it was just like I wanted to go different places for a while, and then it was like after I, stepped my foot on different grounds and, mastered that land like LA, they fuck with me heavy out there for putting in work on the traffics and going out there for LABG and battling strict. Like, you know what I mean? My base out on the West Coast is crazy. I went to Miami recently. I'm going back this weekend. You know what I mean? My base down there is crazy. You know what I mean? In the South. And it was just like, you know what? I done conquered all this other shit. It's time to go. It's the right time to go back. Because my first URL run, it was like, like you said, the cats like me, Big Kannon, the ones that wasn't getting the all the looks. And that was due to, the dudes that were the stars. They were all on their A game at the time. The Rexes, the Mavs, the Verbs, the Hitmans, Calicos, Big T, DNA. All these dudes are, the top guys, and they're on their A game. So pretty much when it comes for the biggest events, they going to get called first. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the Aaron Rodgers syndrome. When he got drafted, it wasn't that he wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? It was that Brett Favre was still there. Brett Favre is the established name. Everybody knows. And, he's still playing at a high level. They're not going to put in Aaron Rodgers over Brett Favre no matter how good he is. You know what I'm saying? Brett Favre is the legend. He's the higher name. He's the established one.
Yo, that was a good-ass analogy, man. That's a good analogy, man.
Yeah, so it was really like, you know what I'm saying, as far as those bigger cards, the Domes, the Summer Madness, niggas really had to wait our turn. It was always room for us when they did something smaller, one-offs and shit like that. They, you know what I mean, they call us right away. But for those big joints, when the stars are on top of their game, it's harder not. It's pretty much impossible, to pick me over them, especially when my fan base isn't as big yet. I'm pretty much the new guy on the scene, trying to make a way, trying to make an impact. You know what I mean? I basically was getting in where I fit in. You know what I mean? When my number was called, I did my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it was.
So how hard is it when you see some of these vets? Dudes that been around for years, because there's people like a Conceited. I look at him like he's from the same class as you. Then you got the Johnny Storms and stuff like that. All y'all started getting views online around the same time. So how is it? Some people come and go. You see Conceited doing new things. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they level isn't at the same as it was when they were their best. Now you keep getting better. It's either you get better or you don't dip below a certain standard. Like how do you keep that energy? Because that I feel like some people have to find themselves all over again and get a second wind. You just
to me it's more of a pride thing. Like I can't go out knowing that, you know what I'm saying, I was slipping. Like this shit is cutthroat. There's a lot of niggas trying to get into battle rap. It's a lot of dudes doing their thing, and I just stay on my game. As soon as I start slacking, that's when the next man gonna pass me up. That's when everybody's gonna fucking turn against me, because I'm not a nigga that really survived off a fan base. You got certain dudes, they can slack for a few battles and they'll still get booked because of their fan base. I got a decent fan base, but not enough for me to fucking slack and still get booked. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Like if I fuck up, if I go out there and fuck up, all the fans, they gonna put their boot to my ass. You know what I'm saying? A nigga like Clips who's established, he can go out and do whatever he wants for 6 battles in order. They're still gonna love him because he's already established. He's already got an established base. You know what I mean? And now this URL runs pretty much, to do that, secure my spot, since it's open. A lot of the dudes that were the top niggas when I first came in, they're stepping down. They're either getting into, new ventures or, not performing like they used to, or just getting into other stuff, period. They feel like, they've done the most they could do with battle rap. They've been on the biggest stages. They conquered the biggest stages, and that's cool. I respect that. I give the props and the homage for being the niggas to set that mold. But now, 2017, I feel like I'm one of the dudes, like it's my time. You know, it's my time to fucking grab this shit by the throat, you know what I'm saying, and not let it go until I feel like it. You know what I mean? And this is just the start, you know what I'm saying? Moneybags battle, you know what I mean? That's pretty much a 3-0. Jackboy battle's pretty much a 3-0 across the board. You know what I mean? So we just gonna keep the train moving, you know what I mean? Whoever's next, we just gonna keep climbing that ladder.
So let me ask you this. Now, Jackboy, I feel like Jackboy's rise is in tune with the whole Goonies movement. You know what I'm saying?
Possibly, yeah.
I think a lot of those guys are talented. We all had them on our freshman list. You know what I'm saying? Because we seen they was about to pop. And with all them being cool and being from the same area and all having good performances at the same time, I feel like it helped them jump to the bigger stages faster. Now, Jackboy, he had his thing with John. That mixed with his just opinions online and not really feeling like he loses anything in a lot of people's eyes has made him a villain. Right? So coming into the battle, were you like, well, since Jackboy vilified himself, I'm just going to go in there and do good and people going to be on my side anyway? Or you wasn't even looking at who it was you was going against?
No, I wasn't looking at it like that. I was looking at it more like, nigga, I need to teach you a lesson because you moving wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you moving wrong, bro. Like, you really haven't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you did your thing in the PGs, but that's the PGs. You know what I mean? It's really levels to the shit, and motherfuckers don't realize that until they finally get to the big dance, and then they see, like, bro, everybody's a threat here. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no days off. There's no days where you could come with your C+ game and survive. Like, you're lucky. You know what I mean? If you come with a B average game and survive, you're lucky. You know what I'm saying? It's not sweet up here. Even the dudes that people try to, you know, push off to the side and say, oh, you know, they're mid tier or they're low tier. Even those dudes on any given night can fucking whoop your ass in that ring. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I didn't teach him a lesson. Plus, you're kind of moving wrong anyway. Why are you beefing with Bullpen and you're on Smack now? It doesn't even matter. You're on the bigger league, you know, by viewership wise. You know what I'm saying? So why you care? Why do you care about what's going on in Atlanta and you up in New York? You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of things. It's just like, this guy, man, I gotta get him together. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much just that. I gotta get him together. He's talented. You know what I'm saying? He's raw, fresh out the PGs. He did pretty good in his PG battles. You know what I'm saying? They threw them in on a 2-on-2. You know what I mean? And they did their thing. They held their own there. But it's like, all right. Now you got to get it by yourself. Can't have no help this time. What you gonna do when you don't have no help? You know what I mean? The first test, you know, it was a rough night for him. You know what I'm saying? It was something he can learn from. He wasn't just whack. I just feel like I beat him to the punch every round. You know what I mean? He had good material, but mine was just better. Mine hit hard. I knew what to attack, where to attack, and when to attack.
You know what I mean? Usually I would say let's walk through the battle, but I feel like it was the same thing every round. You know what I mean? Jackboy went first. He was solid. He got his respect. Nobody booed him or nothing. And then you just went and it was. Then you went and it was just next level and everybody was electric. Now you've been on them long ass battles where you getting tired, you sitting around all day, then you battle at 1 o'clock in the morning. Was it an advantage for you to go early and wake the crowd up?
Hell yeah, that's one of my pet peeves. Like on them battles that got like 12 and 13 battles on it, I hate those cards and I hate battling last on them because everyone's tired. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta wake everybody back up from being tired and fucking drunk and they ready to go home or go to sleep and shit. You know, I got that. It was a big difference because the Moneybags battle, we pretty much battled last. You know, 7 battles, 2 battles didn't happen. So they, you know what I mean? We would have been in there longer. You know what I mean? 2 battles didn't happen. When we end up being the last battle. And, you know, you can tell watching the footage that it doesn't translate. The crowd may not have been reacting as much as they should have. It's because they tired as fuck. They did the main event battle 4th, you know what I'm saying? And then had some more battles after that than us. So, you know what I mean? We kind of got the bad end of that stick. But, yeah, definitely, I like battling early. I like 3rd or 4th, you know what I'm saying? 5th at the latest. But, yeah, us being pretty much the second battle of the night, like yeah, I knew every nice line was gonna get the credit it deserved. You know what I'm saying? Because they're ready, they're still energized, they're into it, they're not tired, they're not looking around like, man, when this shit finna be over. You know what I mean? I like getting the crowd fresh.
Yeah.
3-4 battles in, I need to be up there.
So, question for you.
I'm lyrical, and I say a lot of lyrical shit, and the tired crowd isn't gonna get everything I say.
Yeah. Either that, or they're gonna be like, "Yeah, that was fire," and beat.
Right. Exactly. that was crazy. You know, it ain't gonna be the fucking juvenated, reaction they would get as early in the night. But yeah, I knew we was both gonna set it off. But I knew also, it was like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him every round. He can't. You know what I'm saying? It's like the direction I'm going, and that's what a lot of new niggas, you know what I'm saying, got to learn, is to have direction and be direct, and you know what I mean, in the battles, and be able to attack opponents and their weaknesses and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? His weaknesses, he's a hothead, he's a loudmouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I use that against him. You being a hothead and a loudmouth and doing dumb shit, that's unnecessary. You know what I mean? I just pretty much taking mistakes and using them against them to the best of the ability.
Do you feel like
I felt like I had a solid game plan and it worked.
Do you feel like the more time has gone on, like, I'm gonna give you an example, like when you battle Swave, to me, it was hard. It was that same young Kannon, but it didn't really have strategy. Now, the more I've seen you mature, it seemed like you stay in yourself, but you're adding more strategy depending on where you are and who you're battling. Is it easier for you to battle like that now?
Definitely. That was actually one of the things I learned from the Swave battle. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? How to attack, how to, use angles and attack certain things at the right time, and strategies and game plans, and making a chess move, and maybe even hear something they say and throw a rebuttal in there. You know what I'm saying, to throw shit off, like anything to give a motherfucker advantage in the battle. You know what I mean? I learned that because I tried to use an angle, it didn't work. Like when I was going bar for bar, I was getting cheers and reactions in that battle. But then when I tried to angle in the third, I fell flat, and then I pretty much, I gave it away. He was already taking the momentum away every round. It's like I went and then he went. I went and then he went, and then I went and then I fell flat, and then it was like, yeah, he's done. He ran out of gas. He ran out of gas. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I've pretty much been on the streak I've been on, because every opponent that I come across, it's like, let's pick out, let's find the weakness, let's find the strengths, let's find the weakness, and then we're gonna go to work.
So, I'm thinking about, I haven't even announced this yet, but I think it's gonna be big when I drop it. I'm doing a blog called The Real Top Tier, and what it's gonna basically be saying is, like, you have people who are top tier in name, or people that had top tier talent 3 and 4 years ago, and people are still gassed off those fumes. Then you have people who've been top tier talent wise for years. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So what I've been doing is studying all the battle rappers going the hardest that are veterans, that aren't rookies. You know what I mean? And that have progressed. And so when I was watching this event, even though all the battles weren't close, I was happy and I was enjoying it, because I'm like, yo, this is so good for battle rap. That it's not on some rookies versus vet shit. It's on some y'all niggas, as far as you, Nitty, and JC go. Nitty to a lesser extent is like, y'all niggas haven't been giving us the battles, haven't been giving us the stages, so we gonna come in this motherfucker and kick the door down. I felt like, from y'all perspective, that must have been a proud moment. Like, like y'all have an opportunity to take some of these new fans along that journey with you, and completely redefine what it is to be a top tier battler today. You know what I mean? Did you feel excited kind of watching that whole event come together and seeing what was going on?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed myself with all the battles, you know what I'm saying? Twerking Ill Will, dope. You know what I'm saying? Twerk is developing into something special. You know what I mean? That's good to see. You know what I mean? That's more competition down, down the line possibly.
Yeah.
With JC was out of this world. Chess couldn't do nothing with him, man. He wasn't prepared on top of that, so it made it even worse. You know what I'm saying? Rum Nitty is fucking crazy. I think Rum Nitty and JC at Summer Madness, that has game-changing possibilities. Like, niggas is really gonna have to step up. Like, if they do what I think they, capable of doing and what I think they gonna do, niggas is really gonna have to step up their creativity and their bars and their writing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's one of the battles that could fucking change the game. You know what I mean? Along with Briz and Calico. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Rock and Hollow is pretty much for the number one spot right now, so that's a whole nother entity in its own. You know what I mean? But Briz and Calico and JC and Rum are, those battles are game-changing possibilities. Like, niggas gonna have to step up their performance and they stage presence after seeing Briz and Calico, and niggas gonna have to step up their bars and they writing when they see Rum Nitty and JC.
And you know what's crazy about it is I call this era of battle rap the puzzle rap era, where when it came in, and I feel like it was ushered in. I'm not saying it's Chilla's fault, but what I'm saying is, like, because Chilla and JC was such a big battle that niggas wanted to copy him. Because even though there were other people like QP and stuff that were rhyming more complicated, that's when it got popular, and then everybody started trying to incorporate it in their style. And now you have these boring ass battle rappers that just do that. You know what I'm saying? So
the over scheming cats. Well, that's how you can tell some of these dudes just don't do this for real.
But you know what though? It's affecting. And I'm not going to name any names, but I've had conversations with battlers where they felt pressured to do that, and then they fucked up the next battle because they felt like the fans wanted them to scheme more and shit like that. You know what I mean?
This is my. It's nothing against the fans. It's nothing against the people that watch battles. But I always tell other MCs, don't listen to the fans. They're going to be the first motherfuckers that's going to get you to lose. You know what I'm saying? You just keep doing what you feel you do best and do it at the best ability, and they're going to like you for that. You know what I'm saying? Once you start listening to them and they stuff, like, I give this example, right? Rum Nitty. You know what I'm saying? Rum Nitty, fire puncher, right? You know what I'm saying? All his battles leading up, he was punching and getting his wins. Now, once he gets to Rock, fans are in his head. Yo, you can't just come straight punches with Rock. He gonna offset it with aggression. You gotta come with angles. You gotta come crafty. He tried the angle and got booed. You know what I'm saying? When he was punching back to back, he was getting cheered. He tried the angle in the third round and got booed. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? You gave up the battle. You know what I'm saying? You could have had it, but you let it go. You know what I'm saying? Being on the big stage is maybe not a good time to try some new shit that you're not used to.
Especially because you get.
I would say do a 1-round warm up battle on a small league. You know what I'm saying? And no, seriously, and see if it worked. Like, no, for real shit. Because I do this sometimes. You know what I mean? I'll take a 1 round on a small league, knowing I got something big coming up in a couple weeks, just to. You know what I mean? Try some shit and see if it worked. Try a type of angle, or try, spitting these lines one way, or try, something different. That way, if it do work, it's a plus. You know what I mean? You're gonna shake that small.
But if it doesn't work,
you know what I mean? It falls flat. But it's not the same in a small room than a big room. You get on that big URL stage and you say some shit and it don't hit. Oh my God, my nigga. You're gonna it's the most lonely feeling in the world, my nigga. I swear to God, you say a punchline you think is hard, or you try angle, try to turn it into a punch, and you try it and you go for it and you think and it don't land. Oh man.
I've been there before, man.
It's like, I swear to God, you feel like you stuck on a motherfucking island by yourself with no boat, no help. Fuck.
It's easier to
I gotta get up out of this jam.
It's easier to mess up than get booed. That's why I always say,
just keep rapping. You get a bar that motherfuckers don't like, just keep rapping. Keep rapping till they hear something they like. Cause man, I definitely, just my advice would be just do what you feel you do best. You know what I'm saying? To the best of your ability. Once you start listening to other people trying to tell you to change your style, and if you don't feel comfortable with it, don't fucking do it, because the fans are gonna know when you go on that stage. They're gonna see you're not comfortable with what you're doing, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, he look crazy."
So you know? I have one last question for you. Then I'll let you get out of here because I know you got some stuff to do. But
yes.
So I feel like there's two routes you can take as a battler, and I want you to answer this from a perspective of giving people who are aspiring battle rappers or someone whose career is stuck right now advice, right? So you have people that are gonna say, "I'm gonna go online and I'm gonna troll people. I'm gonna try to fake fight people, and I'm gonna do all this shit. I'm gonna get the attention, and then I'm going battle rap." You got the dudes that I'm gonna wear the most Louis and Gucci, and I'm gonna pull up in a Phantom to the battle. You know what I mean? Then they try to get people talking about that. Then you got the niggas that just go hard until someone notices. But I feel like when you go hard like that, it's like a slow and steady wins the race thing. You're gonna have to go way longer.
The rabbit versus the tortoise.
Yeah,
you know, the fans is gonna be attracted to all the swag and extra shit. But at the end of the day, if you can't get up on that stage and perform up to the standard, that shit don't matter. You just a fly nigga, but you suck. You understand? And most of the niggas that be doing the trolling and extra shit are niggas that suck anyway. Most of them niggas that be doing the extra shit, trying to start shit, them niggas are trash, because they start shit to get attention because they're trash at the craft. They're either getting smoked in battles, or they're not as good as they think they are, or try to portray themselves to be. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically just fucking go back to the drawing board and step your game up. You doing all this trolling, trying to fight people. Then when you finally get an opportunity, a motherfucker be like, you know what, this motherfucker getting on my nerves. You know what, I'm gonna give him a shot and see what he got. You go up there and get your stupid ass killed, you look like a fucking idiot. I done seen plenty of niggas talking crazy on live, talking crazy on Facebook, on Instagram or whatever about they got this battle, they finna do this, they about to do that. Go out there and drop the ball. It's crazy, man. Put in the work, then talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Stack some bodies up. Get your career on an incline, on an incline level going up. You know what I'm saying? Your new battles drop. You see the view counts increasing. Then you can talk shit. Don't be that's why everybody got on Jakkboy. You know what I mean? Because you're fresh out the PGs. You haven't even done Ascension or Born Legacy. You ain't even done no one-off on your own. You know what I mean? All your opportunities has been 2-on-2. And for you to be talking the way you talking, you're going to rub a few people the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, battle rap's a different type of sport. Being a villain draws fans too. You know what I mean? As long as the people watching are paying, they're going to pay to see you win. Some people going to pay to see, you know what I mean, see if you're going to lose. But it's on you if you lose or not. You know what I'm saying? Because if he would have been better than he was, who knows how the battle would have turned out. Yeah. But that's just the rookie in it. He had a lot of bars, but really no direction.
So, and here's the last thing I want to say, and I think this is a gem, because a lot of people ask me like marketing questions and stuff like that, because we've been around for so long, and this started dawning on me like a month ago. I used to always tell people, like, yo, if you dress like this, you're gonna get this reaction. If you say something like this, you refer to this, you're going to get this reaction, and it's good for marketing. I'm starting to think right now, and this is so good for hip-hop, that people are so tired of the puzzle rapping and the bougie-ass niggas, that your marketing right now is being dope. You know what I mean? There's a lot of battle rappers right now, like, yo, if you think about it, he killed the last 12 battles, and that's getting niggas more fans. And it's gotten people like, yo, when JC... When he said, I want Lux, I want to see Lux, I thought the crowd was going to be like, fuck out of here, nigga, da-da-da-da-da. People would started cheering, and I was like, yo, we are going somewhere. He's
up there going fucking crazy, man. He's showing like, you know what I mean? He's showing the difference. He's showing the levels. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you know what I mean? We knew JC, like, when he first came in, he was spitting fast. You know what I mean? He was back. He was still punching back to back, but he was spitting fast. He would have spells where, you know, he would ramble with filler sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, but over the years, he been fixing it slowly but surely. You know what I mean? And now his rounds don't have no fucking filler. Like everything I've been hearing for the last year out of him is just straight acid rap, just straight up. You know what I mean? Like everything too, straight to the point punches, over the head punches, and he's making them hit. That's the difference now. He's making those over the head lines that people usually wouldn't get in the building because he rapped them too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Now he slowed up the delivery and people are catching this shit. So by the time he's on the third bar, niggas is fucking going crazy over the first one still.
Exactly.
Oh my God, I just caught that first line. Oh, this nigga's stupid. This nigga's an alien. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's learned how to make those overhead in between lines land, and it's fucking, you know what I mean? It's showing. Like the niggas, him and Rum, man, I swear that battle can change the game. I'll be fucking looking forward to that.
Me too, man. So yeah, Young Kannon, man, great performance. I'm glad you getting your just due after years of whooping ass and just perfecting your craft. I'm happy for you, brother.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Yeah, of course, niggas got bills to pay. We got some obligations. You know what I mean? We gonna exit stage left, and I'm gonna be in contact with you, bro. All right?
Backstab, bro. You got my number. Let's get it, man. Southside, we outside. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.